Today I want to talk to you about women in the media. Let's talk about some of our progress and accomplishments, and this particularly goes with the California Women's Agenda. California currently leads the country in the number of women in media and media owned by women, and this is extremely progressive for us. Now let's look at a survey from 2004. And in that survey that was taken by the Women's Media Center, women made up only 37% of newspaper staff, 34% of supervisors, and women of color only 6%. Now let's fast forward to 2013. Things are gonna get better, right? It's almost 10 years into the future. Second report from Women's Media Center. Only 17 women at media and tech companies are on Fortune's 50 most powerful women list. As newspapers are fading, and being in the journalism profession, I know exactly how hard that's getting, so do women's media jobs. Men write most newspaper op-eds, as only 17% of them are written by women, and most of those that are written about gender. So where's the conversation about armament, military spending? Most of that are conversations that men are initiating, right? In the Wall Street Journal and the New York Times. Girls as young as age 6 are starting to see themselves as sex objects based on media influences. This is bad. So what can we do about that? I want to share with you a personal example because this is kind of one of my defining moments in my life. I spent 6 years interviewing a variety of women from 30 different countries, 50 women total from 30 different countries, to publish a book called 50 Women. I could not publish the book. The feedback that I received is these women aren't famous. Kim Kardashian's not part of your book. There's not enough, boobage going on. This is the feedback that I received from literary agents. So what I decided to do is start my own publishing company for women to publish women's books. And I published my book, right? And that's a good example of what we, sitting in this room, need to do. And we actually have Noe. Please stand. Noe's story. Noe is a domestic violence survivor. She has been a refugee 3 times in her life. She is one of the strongest women I've ever met, and now her story is out there for the world. And that's just a good example. This is the kind of thing we need to do. We need to take back the media as women. And that's why we're all here today, and that's why we're all having this conversation. So that leads me to action steps. What do we do about this? We have the Women's Media Center, we have Miss Magazine, we have a lot of progressive tools locally in California that are working towards the advancement of this. We even have Gina Davis Institute for Gender in the Media. That's a very progressive organization that's focusing on this issue. But we need to increase positive conversations about women in the media. Put stories out there about women who are survivors, not focused on their appearance, not focused on how they look, but focused on their accomplishments and the contributions in their community. We need to increase the number of women in media jobs. This is a big deal in the Arab states right now, increasing the number of women journalists, because this is how we create the conversation about women that we want to create. We also need to use social media to socialize the right conversations about women. I've seen plenty of images of girls in bikini tops being shared, or Kim Kardashian in her spandex clothes, and not enough photos of, Mother Teresa or some of these amazing women in history, and that's what we need to be. So California women, and this is a call to action from CAWA, you need to be the ones to set an example for that. Let's change this conversation. As Jennifer Siebel Newsom said in her documentary, you can't be what you can't see. Thank you.